Hello everyone, it's Daniel with Coin Help You, and thanks for watching my video. And in this video we're going to look at how to submit coins online to PCGS using their online submission forms. Please like, comment, and share, and remember, beside the subscription button, click the little bell. Thank you. Okay, first you want to visit PCGS.com. And when you go into their menu, you want to look at coin grading, and it gives you a little bit of an idea of how to look at coins as far as how to grade them. That's something that you probably should already have figured out. If you're going to send coins off, you should already know. They've got the price guides here. A lot of times you want to check and make sure that the price of the coin versus what you have in it plus the grading fees. And you also have to be a member of PCGS, Collectors Universe, to actually submit coins, or you can use a PCGS dealer. And one of the things here is it tells you how to submit. They got the whole form that you can fill out. You can actually print and submit. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at where, as far as sending off coins using their actual submission forms. And to do that, then we're going to need to go down to the coin grading, and we're going to go to Submission Center. Okay, and I got to log in, and then I want to building your PCGS coin submission order. So I want to start that. And what you want to do is U.S. coins or world coins. Well, I'm doing U.S. coins. And standard, you can, if you have vouchers, you can select your vouchers. I want to grade, mine are all raw. I'm not doing any regrades or crossovers or reholders. You can select that if you do have that, but you can also do more than one submission on each of these. You can do a submission for your regrade, you can do a submission for your crossovers, and usually that's recommended for me. That's how I do it. And also, when it comes to the genuine with details or genuine no details or do not hold or genuine, and that means that if your coin's cleaned, you don't want it holdered. If it is clean, you just want genuine and no details. I select genuine with details because they'll give me an extra fine details or a very fine details, and I feel that's more beneficial to me. Now, the next level here is we go to regular, is 15 days, is $35. Now, if you go down to modern, you got 20 to 30 days at $16. Now, I always use the regular, and typically for coins that are like CCs or a higher value, but economy, non-gold, is what I want to use. It's 20 to 30 day turnaround, and it's $22 for the base fee. And I'll go to the next, and here is the description. If you know the PCGS numbers, you have a list of them, that's fine. What I'll do is I'm going to do one coin, and I don't need first strike, I don't need oversized holder, true view, or anything like that. No variety attribution. If you have a VAM or you have a variety, an FS variety or whatever, this is what you want to click right here. They'll add another $18. Okay. If you have an extra, like a 5-ounce coin, or maybe even a mint error that's oversized, they're add $20 for that. But anyways, we want to go and type in, let's just do an 1881 S and $1. To me, this is the best way, and it's going to be mint state. So we're going to go in, and my declared value on an 1881 S, let's say I want it to be MS65, I'm going to put in as $120 as the value. And to me, that's a little bit above gray sheet, and that's pretty fair estimate on it. Whatever you declare the value on is how much your shipping fees are going to be as well. So here I have it, 120 declared value. If I want to add a new item, I can do that. And I go right back up here and I do the same thing again. And I can do an 1882S. I guess I'll go ahead and do 2. And let's just click that, and let's put another 120, and I want to add. So then you kind of get the idea here. You just add a new item and you've got your line. If you need to edit, you use one of these little pencils and you can edit. If you need to delete it, just delete it. Then you come over here and you're looking at the service levels fees. I got 2 coins at $22 each, that's $44. they have a handling fee that's $10. Insurance and shipping is $22 on this order. So my order is going to be a total of $76. Now, if I have $35 each in both these coins, then I'm paying $76 to have them graded. So I'm doubling my money on the coins, okay, as far as what I'm putting in the coins. If they do grade 65, and I'm good shape. If they don't, then I'm breaking even. So that gives you an idea of the game that you can play and what can happen. So then I want to click next. Okay, and then I want it to go to actually over here to our P.O. box. I feel like if it goes to a P.O. box, less hands are handling it. It's not being drug around town or, you know, with the mail carrier. So I can double check everything, make sure it's all good, and say I'm going to do cash, check, money order, or credit card. And you come down here, and typically we use check. So I'll go to next. And after we do that, then I can also look through all of this, and you want to click that box. It says I have read, so my total declared value here, and all this information is here for you to look at, and you can always edit. You can always go back until you can, you know, confirm here. So now I've got all this together, and one of the things that you want to do when you print this off, you want to sign. You have to sign these forms or they won't do. They'll send you an email and they will not grade your coins until you sign it. But you want to sign it. It's going to give you a copy, and then it's going to have a couple copies for them, and you want to put them all together. Okay, so I'm going to print the submission form. Okay, now here you have your copies that I printed off. Here is the shipping instructions. You should read the shipping instructions. All right, it's going to be a lot more detailed than I am in this video. But it's important, and it has the address where you're going to send it to. It explains how you're supposed to label it. On these, I've got these holders here, and with the holders I've got the little cards that come with them. And what you want to do is put your submission number on it, and you want to put the line that you have the submission on. If it's the 81S and it's on line 1, then you want to put it on line 1. Okay, that's what you want to do on that. Now, another thing is you've got that copy doesn't have to go with your submission, okay? Your other thing to think about is that you've got your own copy. It says PCGS copy. They're marked up here at the top. So you got your customer copy here. That way you know what you got. And here's the lines down here at the bottom you want to sign. If you put a credit card in, you want to put your credit card number. That's your submissions, and you want to put your coins in your flips. And once you label each one of these properly, according to what line they're on in the submission, then what I do is I get a rubber band, and this is how I stack them. And when I do, don't want them to fall out, because they can fall out, and sometimes I'll have a pretty thick stack. So it works better when you have a thicker stack. But I do it this way. And that way the coins are not going around anywhere. And then what I want to do, I wrap all of my submission form up into this. You know, and you kind of fold it over. It kind of gives a little extra padding. I've got a box here. It goes registered mail. And I've got the brown tape, and I get it all together and ready to go. When I go to the post office, all we have to do is figure up, the shipping. And shipping typically is anywhere from $23 to $26 when I do a submission. So I think that's pretty much what you need to know about submitting to PCGS and packing your coins, label them properly. Okay, hopefully that helps you on your submission. I know that when you first think about submitting coins, the first thing you're going to think about, how do I do that? Am I going to mess it up? Typically PCGS and NGC, they want your business and annex. And if you mess up a little bit, I've not had any of them call me up, except when it comes to forgot to put a check in. Maybe you forget to sign it, something like that. But they'll work with you. You can call the customer service. I mean, they're not going to not grade your coins. They're not going to call you up and carry on at you for not putting them in exact holders. They send the 2.5 by 2.5, and I use, I think, the 2x2 size. So there's no reason to be nervous about it. I mean, the one thing that you need to be more concerned about when you're wanting to send coins off is the fact that you need to know how much you have in each coin, how much it's going to cost you for submission, and how much it's going to cost for shipping, and how much it's going to cost for your the membership. once you have all that put together and all the coins, divide your entire amount that it's going to cost you by how many coins you have, and it'll tell you how much you're going to have in each coin. And typically you got to watch your grading. You want to make sure that you know how to grade it. I mean, you don't want to send off a bunch of coins unless you're just trying to learn, because you can lose a lot of money doing this. So hopefully that helps you, and thanks for watching my video, and please like, share, and comment. And I can't state it enough, please share the videos. Please click the bell beside the subscribe button, and thank you and have a great day.